And this film is from the new DC company that James Gunn is head of. It's Super slash Man, the Christopher Reeve Story. This is a documentary about the real life Christopher Reeve, who played Superman in 1978. That superhero movie changed everything.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, but through Richard Donner, the director, cast a 24-year-old Christopher Reeve who was taking acting lessons. He was very serious minded and went off to England to do a casting audition and got cast as Superman. And then, of course, we know about he played in the 4 Superman movies. He tried to break out, appearing in other films, other very good films, like Somewhere in Time. We saw he met his wife on the set of the first Superman movie at a very young age. They never married, but they had kids together. He then they ended up separating, and he got married to another woman he met. So we see his personal life, and much of the story is told through VHS footage, personal footage behind the scenes of all his movies. And they even showed screen test, the famous screen test of him as Superman. He's acting against different Lois Lanes. His armpits are sweating. And he looks very slight. He's not like buff.
He's not bulked up.
He's not bulked up yet. But I saw behind the scenes I've never seen before. I thought I knew everything about that movie. So amazing. He just seems he was like just wanted to act and took it. He took taking on the role of Superman so serious. But the story is told because obviously Christopher Reeve's no longer alive, but the story is told through his children. In a freak accident on a horse, he broke his neck, literally broke his neck to the point that his head was not connected.
Yeah.
Right. Which injured his spine. He was paralyzed from the neck down. He needed help to breathe. I mean, it's so tragic. And it goes through his depression. Dude, look, I brought a handkerchief to the theater and I was weeping during parts of the movie. It is so heart-wrenching. His wife stuck by him. His kids stuck by him. And somehow, and Robin Williams, we learn about his friendship with Robin Williams. Somehow he was able, a year later, after the accident, to go to the Academy Awards and speak. And he founded an organization to fund research that would help people who are paralyzed to get, and it is making strides. So they go into that. This is such an amazing documentary. So heartfelt. I loved it. Can't praise it enough. Alan, what did you think?
Yeah, I loved it too. I think the part of the story that hit me the most was his friendship with Robin Williams.
Yeah.
They were roommates in Juilliard and lifelong close friends ever since then. And I remember someone actually saying that if Christopher Reeve was still alive, Robin Williams would still be alive.
Yeah.
That's how close their friendship was. And, he is such a good man, this guy. I don't know, maybe the documentary is painting him, as this saint, but I certainly got that feeling that this man was a saint. And not because he was Superman, but because it's just how he treated people. The fact that he was always interested in their stories. And they make the comment that him and Robin are basically counter to each other. Robin is frenetic. Christopher is cool and collected. And his heart was always to make the world a better place. And if you can get past all the DNC convention footage, there was a time where, the note I have here is, he was the good Democrat. The other thing is the film itself. There's this computer model of Christopher Reeves as Superman that is shown throughout the entire film. And it really struck me because when the accident happened and when they were showing the effects of the spinal cord injury, all of a sudden kryptonite comes out through this model, this computer model.
Yeah.
I'm going, how effective is that? I mean, really, this
Well,
was incredible.
yeah.
I really like this movie. It's, we need more good people in this world.
It's inspiring. It was so inspiring, and like the commitment that his wife had, the words that kept him alive, that love that they shared, and
For
how
his
they
children,
struggled.
too.
Yeah,
Too.
and he had a young son with
3 years old when it happened.
and it's just, oh my God. And the kids look like him, right? They really do look like Christopher Reeve. So to see them tell parts of his story. So the story is kind of told through his kids, but there's so much footage, so many interviews with him, and really in a vulnerable way showing him his medical journey is just, my God, this movie is an inspiration. And that movie was a milestone for what a comic book movie, if you take it seriously. And Christopher Reeve took it serious. He took creating this character of Superman so seriously. It meant so much to him.
Yeah, they go into detail as to how to make Superman fly and look authentic.
Yeah, look real.
And it was all in the eyes. It was all in his facial expressions when he would fly. That, I mean, I remember watching this movie for the first time, Superman. Just the overwhelming joy I had that Superman is real, that Superman can actually fly, and that you can actually make a comic book movie that's not the 60s Batman movie.
And even though some of the effects in that 1978 Superman are kind of cheesy, the models and stuff, you don't care. This is what I say. It's all about character.
Yeah.
He brought Superman to life. And to see this film as a tribute, it also talks about the work his organization is doing. It doesn't really feel too much like a commercial, but it's part of his life, a big part of his life. They're fundraising and whatnot. So it is now going in wide release. So I saw early screening. It's now in wide release. Do not miss this, whether you're a fan of the Superman movie or whatnot. Just it's just phenomenal. And bring tissues. You will probably tear up at some point. I know Alan did, broken tears the whole time, right?
Yeah, bawling like a baby.
Right, that's good. I did well up in tears. I mean, I sat there. Then the credits are rolling. I take my hoodie and I put it like this. I'm just sitting there, like I'm just gonna
sobbing,
watch the credits. So yeah, no, look, I'm
everyone walking by saying, "This poor homeless man."
But I'm a softie. So if there's something in a movie like that, especially about relationships and whatnot, I mean, it's a tragic and yet beautiful and inspiring story. Don't miss this movie.
Yeah, I remember watching that Oscar moment live. And
me
I
too.
remember welling up and feeling so emotional when that happened.
I did. I've never missed an Oscars from when I was a kid. And yeah, that was, oh God.
Back when the Oscars really meant.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see.